Hey guys, Ken97 back with another ATS video again, third time today. We are back in the other Freightliner FLD. Did do an engine change earlier, 515 horsepower, down from 635. Same thing, Detroit, a 14-liter VGT. I did change the transmission a little bit from the 215 up to, I think, a 226 gear ratio. Yeah, 226. Just looking at the little graph that they give you on, heavy cargo, normal cargo. And of course the high roof is better because it matches with the trailer better. Looks like the trailer wheels are an appropriate location. We got about 600 miles to go. We're running across Texas. It should be a pretty quick trip actually, because it's just I-20 basically all the way to Fort Worth. So should be a pretty easy trip. We'll see how she does, and I don't have a way to reset the fuel economy, so we'll just have to go by the numbers that it, that it gives. Those seem to be pretty consistently accurate. By the way, we're 43,000 pounds. Yeah, 43,600 of cargo, so pretty heavy. Definitely not a light load in there. I like these gates that open at just the right speed that you can.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
I do like the, this engine is a nice, except for the Jake brake, doesn't sound amazing, but it's not terrible. This engine's nice and quiet. Skip shifting. I almost there's a
exit left.
There's a 450 horse version of this engine. If this hauls cargo really easy, we might try going
Exit
down
left.
a bit. We could also go up in gear. Oh, that's way too fast. What the fuck am I doing? That would be a major disaster.
Keep left and then exit left.
I did refill the fuel tanks.
Exit left. Keep left.
really bright.
Keep left.
Shit. Sometimes having the skip shift on is super handy, and other times it's kind of annoying. I think the power and I think the power and gearing is about right. And keep in mind, we want to use this as a fuel-efficient truck. Of course, if you really wanted to do that, you'd have a Cascadia. Need to see if these engines are available in the Cascadia. It'd be kind of interesting. We are fairly heavy. Keep that in mind. 43,000 and change. It's you're not too far from maximum weight. More than 1,000 pounds or so. One thing about this truck is it is a little bit like that. I mean, you know, wobble like do. Something about the modeling in the suspension. Maybe they were that way. I don't know. Probably ought to just stay in this left lane. Maybe a drink, guys, here. We're climbing a hill here. Yeah, 78 miles an hour, 77. Climbing that hill in top gear at 1,000 revs. We're under the torque rating. I think peak torque is 1,200 to 1,600, so we're a little under the torque rating.
Keep left.
You could probably go down to a lower power rating. You'd have to downshift more, you know. Because 515 horsepower is not low, you know. Pecos. See how it's like like that. If you just let go of the steering wheel, you'll just wobble left and right until you crash and roll it. And we can bypass. I mean, you can just tell by the way it bounces. It's a really soft ride. Speed limit drop to 75. Speed limit does not drop in Pecos from... What the fuck are we at that it's Odessa? Yeah, okay. It does actually, the speed limit actually does drop in Odessa, Midland, Odessa. By the way, kind of weird that they always call it Odessa, but you know, it's Midland, Odessa, basically. And Midland really, I don't know. Pecos is right here. That's Van Horn. Pecos is right here. The speed limit actually does not drop through Pecos.
Let's do this.
It stays 85. But the speed limit does drop through Midland, Odessa, so... Yeah, this engine handles this just fine. So, we'll see what the fuel economy is. If it's good, leave it like it is. Because I think you could probably... it's a very easy truck to drive, hauling almost maximum weight in a box trailer. You're not really having to downshift or shift a lot on the highway. I think if you went down to a 450 horse engine, you would have to rev it more. You'd be shifting gears on slight hills. You know, you'd be shifting gears. You couldn't let it just ride and slow. You know, all trucks will slow down a little bit going up a hill, but you slow down 1 or 2, you just let it roll and not worry about it. Start slowing down 5, 6, 10 miles an hour up a hill, then you got to, downshift is your answer. Not really any good automatic transmissions to use. This is an automated manual, which I don't have set in manual, in automatic mode. The only bad thing about this color is that the hood kind of blends in with the asphalt a little bit. But it's a pretty color outside. Boy, I tell you, when you transition from outside to inside, I watch these videos on YouTube. I wonder how these people, these YouTubers, when they go in from inside to outside, how the hell they stay straight on the road. I have no idea. Really weird. Did it even change speed limits? Why did that guy change lanes to the left lane there in front of me? For no fucking reason. Yeah, if you look over there, well, you guys can't see it, we're running about 90% CPU utilization and about 96% GPU utilization. Temperatures are good, 62 degrees Celsius. That's well under maximum. Maximum is about 80. so the system's nice and cool. Using about 7,800 megs of RAM out of the 10 available. So I'd like to upgrade this PC. It's an AM4. It's an AMD processor. I'm sorry, it's an AMD motherboard, AM4 socket. So they're actually, it's a 6-core processor, I think. And there are some 12-core processors available. About $300 for a better CPU. But, you know, you start chasing, like, you know, mixing and matching RAM and processor, and at some point you might be better off to start from scratch with a brand new, better, higher quality motherboard that can do faster RAM, AM5 processor, you know, go to the next generation of equipment. I know, I'm hogging the left lane, guys. I am aware. It's just because of the traffic that's in the right lane. Stop, you know, go speeding up, slowing down. Wasn't very busy today at work. Did a few trips. Still got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I had a pretty good day on New Year's Eve.
Keep left.
Yeah, this thing holds speed just fine, man. 77 miles an hour climbing a little hill like this, it's doing just fine. Really curious to see the fuel economy. If it's really good, you know, if it's over like 8 miles per gallon or something, then I'd be inclined to leave it. Gonna have to exit right here.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Go straight on.
See if it'll start out in fourth. Nope.
Go straight on.
Motherfucker.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Go straight on. Go straight on. Go straight on, and then keep right. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Go straight on. Get ready to turn right. Rear computing. Get ready to turn right. Turn right. turn right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left. We are finished.
Oh boy. I fucked that up. I didn't look around enough. I fucked that up too. Pull forward, straighten her out. Alright. I think we were pretty efficient there. 602 divided by 80. 7.5 miles per gallon. That is pretty great. Considering we were running 80 miles an hour almost the entire trip. So, be interesting to, maybe put a 450 horse in there because I think it would still do just fine. And then maybe do a similar trip across Texas, and compare it. But 7.5 miles per gallon running 80 miles per hour is pretty goddamn good. And we were not light, 43,000 and change. So that is a pretty good result. And, there's plenty of RPM in that window. That engine has peak torque from 1200 to 1600. So it's got a pretty good RPM window. Pretty flat torque curve. So you could run not smaller displacement, but you could run less power and use slightly shorter gear ratio, we had plenty of RPM left at 80 miles an hour, and you'd still be very efficient. Ultimately, at speed, it takes a certain amount of power to run at a certain speed with a certain aerodynamic drag. So there's a diminishing return where, you could run a 200 horsepower engine, but it would be wide open the entire time. And, whereas a 400 horsepower engine could be at, half throttle and do the same job. And there is a balance there where more power doesn't necessarily mean more fuel in in a different situation. So especially with diesel, and especially if you got a pretty good running engine, um, it dumps as much fuel as long as you don't have the fuel turned up or it's not running, not puking black smoke, rolling coal. If you got a good running engine, it's just going to use less fuel and less boost, um, if it doesn't need it. So, all right, that'll be it. Have a good one. Happy New Year. Bye, guys. Be safe out there.